Tongke doje shajere sondro, shenja mato doje ponjong pa, serje lombo dabra jebe ge, shaje jebe jat. Gujan zai, dorjin jan jin de lo naro da, ma pa ma la jije gambo pa, pa mo zheba. Jawan zhe gong pa, ga je la ma nam je da jun je. Da na da na zara dam je da, la ma la pa la ye Jesus. La son yong den jiang zhe nga la ban, den zhe dong jian zhe be ge le zo. Zhen jie za ba la ma ji jie gu song do jie xin lang da 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 ge jie lan be. Da ge den ma dong sun jie jie dong jia jian bon zhe bar xin jie lao du zo. Da ge lo ju song zhe bar xin jie lao du zo. Jie lam dong zhe bar xin jie lao du zo. Lam zhuwa zi vara zunjie labdo zon, zhuwa yi shi zon jia vara zunjie labdo zon. Good morning, dear Dharma friends. Today, I will be teaching on the verses of dedication, Shantideva's way of Bodhisattva. I will not explain each and every word because these verses are very easy to understand. And you are all scholars. So I will teach the main points of the structures. Actually, this is dedication, but the main thing is this is the way of practicing bodhicitta. For example, in this text, in this one verse, it says, "May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed." We recited this verse many times, and by many Sangha around the world. This verse has great benefit and power because it was spoken by someone who had only told the truth of several lifetimes, and it comes from a mind of pure bodhicitta. Here I remind you something. Sometimes the power of Dharma is like turning on light. It immediately dispels darkness. Sometimes it is like the sun rays. It slowly clears away the night. Whether it is slow or immediate, you should keep bodhicitta a river and recite prayer like the sound of moving water. So this, if you have this blue book, this page number 61, it has 58 verse. The first verse reads, By all the virtue I have known amassed by composition of this book, which speaks of entry to the Bodhisattva way. May every being tread the path to Buddhahood. Shantideva expressed his wish that the merit he has gathered by writing this book and the merit that comes from others' study and practice of this book be the cause for all beings and being placed on the Bodhisattva path. As the Buddha Sutara has mentioned, just as a small drop of water mixed into the ocean will not dry up until the entire ocean is dry. Thus, any merit dedicated with bodhicitta will not be exhausted until one attains enlightenment. Overall, there are three main sections to this dedication. They are dedication for the benefits of others, dedication for one's own benefit, dedication for the flourishing of the Dharma. The first verse, the first division, dedication for the benefit of others, has two parts. The first is for this life, and second for beyond this life. The dedication for this life itself has four divisions. The first is dedication to purify the suffering of the sick. And second is the dedication to purify the suffering of the lower realms. Third is dedication to purify the suffering of the higher realms. Fourth is the dedication to purify the suffering of all mother sentient beings. The first is dedication to purify the suffering of the sick, which reads, may beings everywhere who suffer torment in their minds and bodies have by virtue of my merit joy and happiness in boundless measure. This means that through virtue of my merit, may the suffering of those who endure pain in the body, feeling, and mind be purified, and may they now experience boundless happiness of body, speech, and mind, and joy. The second dedication for beyond this life, this reads three verse. As long as they may linger in samsara, may their parents May their present joy now decline, and may their test of unsurpassed beatitude, beatitude in constant and unbroken continuity. Which means that through virtue of my merit, may these beings never lose their happiness while they are in the samsara. May they become perfectly enlightened. Now, fourth, the second section of a dedication for this life is to purify the suffering of the lower realms. Verse 4 to 15, which reads, throughout the spheres and reaches of the world, in hellish states, wherever they may be, may beings fettered, they're tormented, taste the bliss and the peace of Sukhavati. May those caught in the freezing ice be warmed, and from the massing clouds of Bodhisattva's prayers, may torrents rain in boundless streams to cool those burning in infernal fires. May forests where the leaves are blades and swords become sweet groves and pleasant woodland glades. And may the trees of miracles appear, supplanting those upon the hill of Shamali. And may the very pits of hill be sweet, with fragrant pools all perfumed with the scent of lotuses. Be lovely with the craze of swan and the goose, and water valor so pleasing to the ear. May fire coals turn into heaps of jewels. The burning ground become a crystal floor. The crushing hell's celestial abodes. May the hill of lava, fire, stones, and weapons henceforth become a rain of blossoms. May those who hail it is to fight and wound be turned to lovers offering their flowers, and those engulfed in fiery veterani, their flesh destroyed, their bones bleached, white as kunda flowers. May they through all my merits, strength, have godlike forms, and support with goddesses in Mendakinis, peaceful streams. What fear is it, they will ask, that grips the hangement of their deadly lord? The frightful vultures and the carry on cross. What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away over dreadful night? And looking skyward, they will see the shiny form of Vajrapani. They may their sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. And when they see the seething lavas or floods of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once fulfilled in bliss, they will ask, how can this be? And thus the denizens of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. Friends, throw away your fears and quickly gather here. For who is it who comes to banish dread? This youth with bound up, gleaming here. This loving Bodhisattva, saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy. Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses? The 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet. The rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion. Thus may those in hell cry out on seeing Manjungoka. Manjungoka means the full name of Manjushri, okay? And likewise, when through these may roots of virtue they see the joyful clouds that fall their calling scented rain, the obscurations cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samitabhadra. May all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. Actually, there are 18 hells, 8 hot hells, 8 cold hells, and 2 surrounding hells. The main cause of rebirth in hell is the emotion of anger, and this anger is combined with ignorance and attachment, and so on. It is through this emotion of anger that beings who accumulated the karma of inexpiable deeds and wrong view towards their gurus are reborn in the hot hills, and they suffer there. The ground is fiery metal, and so they burn therefore in unimaginably long time. It is through the karmic fruition of killing animals that in other hot hells beings suffer by being crushed between two mountains in the shape of the heads of animals that they killed. So the power of our dedication and the power of Vajrapani, Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, and Bodhisattvas like Kunduzambo, may these hell beings be liberated from suffering, and may the hot hell become palace, and instead of hail of lava, fiery stone, and weapons, may they experience a rain of blossoms. Okay? This is how to practice bodhicitta. May they see the Yidams and from their implements receive nectar, and then may their surroundings be completely transformed to an enjoyable place. Next is dedication for purifying the suffering of animals, which reads 2 lines of 16. And may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food. I think these two, right? There are 3 kinds of animals. Some animals are in the ocean, some are in the desert, and some live are different lands. They all have suffering. For instance, in the ocean, big fish are the hunters of small fish. Did you see that? We all see, right? All the time. So this is true. And small fish eat big fish, group together, and eat big fish to a big fish. So they all eat each other's. On land, people, including us, drink animals' milk, and use their fur, and then raise them and kill them to eat their meats. They never have freedom. So here, first we have to thank. We always actually thank these domestic animals and feel grateful to them, and then deeply arouse compassion and prayer for their liberation from the animal realm. Because in our past life they were our parents, and in this life they dedicated to us their body, skin, bones, and at the very least, what is that? Their poop for growing vegetables. So don't think if you are vegetarian you don't have a connection with animals. Of course, we all here we need to pray that the cause of their rebirth in the animal realm, which is the ignorance, be dispelled. We dedicate in order that they have more wisdom, which is the antidote of ignorance. Next is the dedication for purifying the suffering of hungry ghosts, which reads half of 16 verse and 70 verse, I think. And may the famished spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the northern continent. And may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokita's hand, and bathing in it, may they be refreshed and cool it. Right? There are two kinds of hungry ghosts. First, they are those who have never even heard the name of water. Wow. During we practice fasting, Nyungne practice, then we feel that, right? But that is just for small part of the feeling if we compare with this hungry ghost. The second kind of hungry ghosts get small amounts of food sometimes, but their throat is very thin, like a needle, so the food will never get to their stomach. If a small part does make it to their stomach, it becomes a big fire and their stomach burns. Then also among the hungry ghosts are demons. They are always fearful, and sad. And also their mind is always full of harmful motivation. So they disturb others. The suffering of hungry ghosts are also endless. The main reason to reborn in the hungry realm is greed. So here we should dedicate compassionately for them to receive from the compassion Buddha's hands drops of milk from a lotus he holds, and pray that may the hungry ghosts run become his pure land, compassion Buddha's pure land. Okay. Five, not five, the five is the dedication for purifying the suffering of higher realms. This dedication for complete complete faculties is the 18th verse. It reads, and may the blind receive their sight, and may the deaf begin to hear, and the women near their time bring forth, like Maya Devi, free from any pain. Okay. As this verse shows, if mother beings are reborn in the higher realms but are blind, then they cannot see the beautiful colors and forms, and they cannot even see their parents' face and the children and the grandchildren's face. Someone completely blind, right? So they never see anything. Whole life means. So these things are not just some story of the years ago or lives ago. These things we really see in the town or in the village or in order to see all the time. So that's we remember them and we rise or generate our bodhicitta. Deaf people cannot hear their parents' voice and melodies, music, and the Dharma teachings. So think of how much suffering you have if you are one of these people. Childbirth is painful, so here we give rise to bodhicitta with this dedication and pray for them deeply, so that the blinds may receive sight and deaf beings hear, and the mothers give birth free from pain. The next verse is dedication for purifying the suffering of poverty and sadness. This is verse 19 through 20, which reads, and made naked, right? Made naked, now the clothed, and all the hungry eat their fill, and made those parched with thirsty receive pure waters and delicious drink. May the poor and destitute find wealth. The haggard and the careworn joy. May confidence relieve those in despair and bring them steadfastness and every excellence. We already have many clothes, but still we need more cloth. We need more, not only for getting warm during the cold weather, and not just for keeping cool during the hot weather. For what then we need these clothes? There is no question. We need colorful clothes. We need designer clothes. We need extra and extra all the time. Food and drinking are also same. Now we have enough, but still we need more and we need extra. But some people, while they are human beings, just like us, they don't have clothes to wear, whether it is hot or cold weather. Some people don't have food, so we dedicate this prayer through sincere motivation or deep compassion and bodhicitta. May they have what they need. Here, why is it that we don't give material things instead of dedicating and prayer? I mean, the most of time. This is because even if we give material things, it will be enough only for a day or a week or a month or a year. Or for a few years. But prayer and dedication met with bodhicitta will change their bad karma that created the suffering any lives. That will make good change in their lives and will be the cause of their Buddhahood. So we give prayer, dedication. This is very important. And we share about Dharma. This is very important. Uh, then, of course, when we have something to give them, we uh, give them through bodhicitta and compassion and good wish. This is very important. Next is dedication for purifying the suffering of epidemic disease and enemies, which are verse 21 and 22. They read, may every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. I think here no need to explain how much suffering comes through disease because it is explained clearly through experience of this year in this world. Actually, for all we talk about samsara's pain, sometimes we disbelieve it, which means we do not experience it in this moment. In order for us to right now all have the same wish that this disease disappear from this Mother Earth as soon as possible. We dedicate uh, okay. Yeah, we dedicate for the next verse. We can ask the question. If you stay with powerful enemies, what do you feel? Always need to stay under the burden of fears and dread. If you would like to go against them, you have no power. So mind is full of dread and sadness. You have a human life, but still have these karmic fruition. So we dedicate very deeply that may these epidemic disease and objects of fears and dreads be drawing away. Even the thought of them not exist, nor their names, and all mother beings may they stay healthy body and happy in mind. And the dedication for remove obstacles of travelers. Travelers. This is in the 23 through 26 verse to read. 23. May travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go, and may they gain without need of toil the goals on which they set their hearts. May those who put to sea in boat or ship attain the ports that they desire, and may they safely come to shore and a sweet reunion with their kith and kin. 26. Okay. May those who lose their way and stray In misery find fellow travelers, and safe from the threat of thieves and savage beasts. Be tireless and their journey light. May children and the old, the weak, protectorless, these bewildered in the wild and pathless wastes, and those whose minds are dulled, and all who are insane, have pure celestial beings as their guardians. Okay, 26, right? From Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and until the ants, they all travels for something. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas travel for the benefit of others. The most of people and other animals travel to achieve oneself's goals. So, as in this verse described, we rise the bodhicitta deeply and dedicate for them for achieve their goals. We have no dedicate that. We have to dedicate that through our merit and prayer, virtues. Even if we collect Buddhas and Bodhisattvas merit and dedicate with our virtue for whoever comes and goes, may they achieve their goals, may they safe, may they never have obstacles. These travelers, they want obstacles, and also what are their families, friends, wish and hope. Their wish and hope are that their travelers coming and going safely. So through this dedication, may of them have a great benefit. Okay. And the dedication for achieving goals has 4 divisions. The first is for a precious human life and wealth. The second is living in a harm-free place and staying healthy. The third is to transform misfortune into fortune. The fourth is for auspiciousness and virtue. These are verses 27 through 31, which read 27 through 31. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love, with perfect livelihood and sustenance. May they have mindfulness throughout their lives. May everyone have unrestricted wealth, just like the treasury of space, enjoying it according to their wish, without a trace or harm or enmity. May beings destitute of splendor become magnificent and bright, and those worn drawn by toil and uh, drudgery, drudgery, acquire, acquire great beauty and perfection. May all the women in this world attain the strength of masculinity, and may the lowly come to excellence. The proud and haughty lose their arrogance. So this means, this verse, this means women who have a particularly hard life because they are women. Then may they gain strength of men, but you can pray here saying, may they gain strength of Tara. So you can pray, but yeah. And thus by all the merit I have gained, may every being living non it aside, abandoning all their evil ways, embracing goodness now and evermore. Okay. We have to dedicate and pray for achieving a precious human life, because during this precious human life, we have a special opportunity to attain enlightenment. Some gain a human life, but they are still suffering from poverty. Some gain a human life, yet they have no freedom from fear and sick. So we must dedicate our merit and virtue to them through bodhicitta. Also, human beings have special wisdom, and through this wisdom, they always expect good fortune. We also say tomorrow is an auspicious day, and day after tomorrow is an auspicious day, something like that. This means we expect in auspicious times and things, right? So so what we need and what we need to accomplish, others also expect and need. That's why we should dedicate for their goals, even if our dedication cannot benefit so much that they achieve the goals. That dedication will at least help to achieve our own goals. At the very least, it helps our mind to be relaxed because of bodhicitta practice. So, it is true. It is, right? We practice through the bodhicitta, even though we are not tired, honestly. When we do long day pujas and long day dharma activities, we will not tired. Physically, yes, but mentally not. So it is only dependent with bodhicitta. If we think, oh, this is only for somebody says that's where I just need to do something like it's big deal in order to. So if we don't have interest in or we don't have bodhicitta, then we do something not for only others. Even though doing something by oneself, then easily tired. But we rise bodhicitta, then if we do whole day, we work whole day, not tired. Physically, of course, physically tired because this is depends on elements, 4 elements. But mentally, it's a big deal. So that's where bodhicitta has dark qualities. Bodhicitta has dark qualities. Okay, then next is the dedication for sublime path. It has two parts. First is for bodhicitta mind and activity. Second is for being free of obstacles and having good conditions. It is verse 32. From bodhicitta may they never separate and constantly engage in bodhisattva's deeds. And may they be accepted as disciples by the Buddhas and turn inside from what is Mara's work. Okay. Here I can see that there are two kinds of path. First is the physical path, which is a road on the ground. Do you like to go to? Do you like to go on the good path and safe path? Yeah, I just ask, but this is right. This we all this road is very nice, smooth and safe path, safe road. Then everybody like that in physically. So that's where there is no question actually. Everybody, because this answer is always there. But everyone would like to go on that good and safe path. Another kind of path is the path of mind. This is what we call the mind of kindness or good motivation. Now we are talking about bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the excellent path because it is safe and happy path. Bodhicitta is safe and happy path. Whoever joins this path, their life is a happy life because there is no fear and there are no enemies. Meaning that whoever they thought were their enemies are their best friend. It is a happy path because whoever joins this path can transform their sufferings into happiness. So we dedicate that may all beings have and be able to join the happy and safe paths of the physical path and bodhicitta way. Bodhicitta way. We fix the road, physical path. Still, we need lots of facilities, right? But we make the path of bodhicitta in the mind. We don't want to pay anything. So we don't need more facilities. We just change the way of thinking, then we do it. So, but it's a little bit paradox, I think, because people need happy. Not only people, I don't mean people means always you guys, including me. So we need happiness. The cause of happiness is bodhicitta and result of happiness is bodhicitta. Sometimes I see I would like to say bodhicitta's quality and Buddha's quality is really the bodhicitta's quality is more useful. For instance, we can use qualities, good qualities. The bodhicitta has always good qualities, right? So we can use bodhicitta's qualities. Actually, yeah, of course, this is Buddha's, but in the relative view, Buddha is still far away from us. We have Buddha nature, but to be Buddha is so hard. But bodhicitta, this moment we can be bodhicitta, really. Right now, if I tell you, you should become bodhicitta, then you, okay, at that moment you are bodhisattva, right? And then you comes back your mind or not, it's depending in your hands. So, okay, this name, okay. Mm. Okay, then next. The time is running out. That's why I'm going to go fast. This next section has three divisions. First is the dedication for longevity and pure lines. Second is dedication for an excellent population. Third is dedication for having good facilities and no obstacles. There are verse 33 through 41, which reads, 33 to 41. May these beings, each and every one, enjoy and unsurpassed longevity, living always in contentment. May the very name of death be strange to them. On every side, in all the generations, may groves of wish-fulfilling trees abound, resounding with the sweetness of the teachings spoken by the Buddhas and their Bodhisattvas children. And may the earth be holism everywhere, free from boulders, cliffs, and chasms, flat and even like a level palm, and smooth like lapis lazuli. Let me see, August. And for many cycles of disciples, may multitudes of bodhisattvas rise in every land, adorning them with every excellence, from bird song and the saying of the trees, from shafts of light and from the sky itself. May living beings, each and every one, perceive the constant sound of Dharma. May they come into the presence of the Buddhas and meet with the Bodhisattvas, offspring of the same, with clouds of offerings unbounded. May the teachers of the world be worshipped. May countless spirits bring the rains on time, for harvests to be rich and plentiful. May princess rule according to the truth, and may the world be blessed with all prosperity. May medicines be strong and full of virtue. May healing spells be chanted with success. May spirits of the air that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. And let no being ever suffer pain. Let them neither ail nor languish, never doing evil. May they have no fear nor suffer insults, and may their minds be ever free from sorrow. These words comes from Bodhisattva's mouth because of their bodhicitta. I think Bodhisattvas always will get Nobel Peace Prize, right? Really, yeah. See, we read this. It's really such a Such a wonderful, beautiful. Okay, so 41, where I stopped, 41, okay. May all living beings be reborn in the higher realms, and may they have longevity. But only longevity is not enough. So they need to be healthy as well. So by the power of our dedication, which is made with bodhicitta, may their surroundings be full of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and may they continually hear the sounds of Dharma from them. During that time, the weather and environment be temperate, and may the ground be smooth and flat. May old people be excellent friends as Bodhisattva. The Mother Earth needs rain, but Bodhisattvas are rain actually, really. Bodhisattvas are everything. If there is Bodhisattva, His Eminence Gachin Rinpoche is rain of us. He is Bodhisattva, He is Buddha, He is everything what we need. So I never think there is no rain. Always rain. When we stay with His Eminence Gachin Rinpoche, then this is everything. Yeah, so then Bodhisattva, by the power of people accumulating good karma and practicing the Dharma, may the weather be right for good harvests, and we also dedicate medicine, prayers, and mantras be full of power. Ghosts and evil spirits, may their harmful motivation be turned into compassion. Through the power of our dedication, we also pray that weak, poor, slowly and sick people may no one look down on them. Yeah. Okay, so we don't want to think prayer and dedication have no power. This happens because sometimes we expect prayer and dedication to change everything suddenly, and sometimes that doesn't happen. Then we fall into doubt about prayer and dedication's power, and some people even give up. Dedication and prayer has special power, but it comes slowly, sometimes step by step. If, for example, someone's house is by a river, and because of the excessive rain, it overflows, then they pray to stop the river from flooding their house. But the river still comes into their house, but without much force, right? So it doesn't damage the house very much. Their expectation is that the water will not come. But because of the power of their prayer, even though it comes, it doesn't do much damage. If they only pay attention to the river coming or not coming into their house, they will think that their dedication did not work. But it prevented damage to their house. How prayers help related to cause and effect, or karma, right? So if you have a good understanding of how cause and effect works, you will have no doubt. If you, if you have a good understanding of how cause and effect works, you will have no doubt about the power of dedication. That's why what we pray for in this dedication will help in different ways and different times. This is very important to keep in our minds. Okay. In the next section, there are 5 divisions. There are a dedication for all Sangha. Dedication for fully ordained monks, bhikshus, Sanskrit bhikshus, and dedication for fully ordained nuns, bhikshunis, and dedication for keeping excellent discipline, and dedication for using the result of happiness. These are verses 42 through 50, which read 42, yeah. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. Widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha, and may its purpose be all fulfilled. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude, abiding every vagrant thought, and meditate with trained and serviceable mind. Oh, okay. And may nuns have all their wands sublight. May quarreling, vindictiveness be strange to them. Let all those who have embraced monastic life uphold a pure land, unimpaired observance. May they feel regret when discipline is broken, and always may they strive to cleanse away their faults. May they thus obtain a fortunate rebirth, wherein to undertake unfailing discipline. May the wise and learned be revered, and always be sustained by offerings, with minds suffused with purity. May their renown separate far and wide. May beings never languish in the lower realms. May pain and hardship be unknown to them, enjoying more than godlike strength and beauty. May Buddhahood for them be sweetly gained. Again and yet again, may sentient beings make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with Buddha's unimagined bliss, may they enjoy undimmed and constant happiness. May all the Bodhisattvas now fulfill their higher attention for the sake of being, And sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them. The good the Buddhas have in store for them, and made arhats and patriarch Buddhas at length attain their perfect happiness. 50 years, is it? So here I would like to say, sometimes you should recall, you recite slowly and gently, and at the same time with music, very interesting, lovely music. Then you recall, and then you play this, and close your eyes, and then you meditate on bodhicitta. It's really, it will help. It will be peaceful. It help you to be peaceful, peace of mind, and also uh, uh, sometimes this help to you to completely relax. Just by your self vows, you record with the phone, with sweet music. Best thing is some birds, nature music, like a bird sound, and other animals, your lovely animals. Then you record together the sound, and then you meditate this. It's really it will great practice. So if you have interest in, you do that. Okay. So now this okay. Through the power of our dedication with bodhicitta for the Sangha, may there always be harmonies, and through Dharma practice bring benefit for sentient beings. Fully ordained monks, as is their wish, may they always be beyond distractions. Also, fully ordained nuns, may they never have any obstacles. And also, practitioners who have vows and samaya, may they keep their samaya purely. Through the benefits of their vows and samaya, may they never experience the lower realms and be reborn in the higher realms and then become Buddhas. Also, all mother sentient beings are included here. We dedicate so that so that they may make offerings to the Buddhas often, and receive the blessings of Buddhas and enjoy them all the time. Yeah, if they have that opportunity, then enjoy all the time, right? So we dedicate. I mean, they have that. Okay. Next is the dedication for beyond. Next is the dedication for beyond this life. It has three parts. First is the dedication for bodhisattvas to accomplish their goals. Second is the dedication for gaining Buddha activities. Third is the dedication for the Sharavakas and Patriarch Buddhas to attain their goals. This section is verse 49 and 50. They read, may all the Bodhisattvas now fulfill their higher attention for the sake of beings, and sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them, and may the Arhats and Patriarch Buddhas at length attain their perfect happiness. So here is the Bodhisattva Shantideva dedicated through the power of his writing this book and all of his merit. May all Bodhisattvas and Buddhas accomplish their goals. We should pray for accomplishing their goals. Why? It is explained through the Buddha's single attention teaching. It's day after tomorrow. It also welcome day after tomorrow. So then you will now clearly through this way. Uh, uh, it is very important when we dedicate that we don't dedicate only for achieve our own goals. If we dedicate like this, may today's weather be great. Then each and every one receive benefits, right? It is in this way that so Bodhisattvas and the Buddha's activities are benefiting all of us for this life and all lives. Also, may Sharavakas and the Patriarchal Buddhas achieve their goals. Their goals are for themselves only to attain peaceful nirvana. Still, we dedicate for achieve their goals because we are the practitioner of bodhicitta. Oh yeah. Then I think time is nice. Time is right. Let me check. Next is I think that's. Oh yes. Next is the dedication for oneself. It has 4 divisions. Next is the dedication for oneself. It looks like selfish, but you will see how smart this dedication. First is the dedication. It has 4 divisions. First is the dedication for receiving temporary benefits. Second is the dedication for being accepted as a follower of Manjushri. Third is the dedication for participating in the activities of Bodhisattvas. Fourth is dedication for accomplishing well-being of others. These are verses 51 through 56, which reads, let me drink a little water. 51. And may I also, through Manjushri's kindness, reach the ground of perfect joy, and throughout the streams of all my lives, embrace monastic ordination. Thus may I abide, sustained by a simple, ordinary fear, and in every life obtain and dwelling place in perfect solitude. Whenever I desire to gaze on him or put to him the slightest question, may I behold the unobstructed vision of Manju Gosha, my protector. Manju Gosha, sometimes Manju Goka. This is the way of the pronounce both, correct? So I already taught you Manju Gosha or Manju Gosha. This is the full name of Manjushri, protector. Under 56, right? Okay. To satisfy the needs of beings, dwelling in the 10 directions to the margins of the sky. May I reflect in every deed the perfect exploits of Manjushri, And now, as long as space endures, as long as there are beings to be found, may I continue likewise to remain, to drive away the sorrows of the world, the pains and sorrows of all wandering beings. May their rapine wholly on myself, and may the virtues company of Bodhisattvas bring about the happiness of beings. Which means, by the virtue of this practice, may I become knowledgeable in Dharma, and whenever I went to see Manjushri, may he appear to me. Also, may my activities become like his for the sake of mother beings. And so here we understood, right, why we dedicate for oneself. This is also for mother beings. As long as space endure, as long as there are beings, may I also stay and work for the benefit of beings. And may I work together with Bodhisattvas and lead all beings, lead all beings to happiness. Okay. Then in the last section, there are two divisions. First is the dedication for the Dharma to remain for a long time. We will understand why. Second is prostration to Manjushri for his kindness and paying respect to spiritual teachers. These verses are 57 and 58, which read, there are 58 verses, right? Made doctrine only remedy for suffering, the source of every bliss and happiness, being nurtured and upheld with reverence, and throughout a vast continuous of time endure. And now to Manjung Kosha I prostrate, whose kindness is the wellspring of my good intent. And to my virtuous friends I also bow, whose aspiration gave me strength to grow. Oh, yes. So, the Dharma is like moon to remove darkness of mother being's ignorance. That's where there's the dedication for Dharma to remain for a long time. And Dharma is like a medicine to clear away the sickness of suffering. The Dharma is the cause of happiness of mother sentient beings. That's why through this practice may Dharma remain and appear like the sunlight in the mandala of all mother beings' mind for a long time. The beautiful flowers of Dharma blossoming in the garden, that is mother beings, is due to the great gardeners of spiritual teachers. So I pay homage to them deeply from my body, speech, and mind, as Shantideva did. The spiritual teacher's wisdom also completely depends on Manjushri's wisdom. He is the essence of all Buddhas. So I gather together all mother thinking beings' hands at my heart, chakra. And together we bow to Manjushri. This is the way of Bodhisattva. Okay, thank you very much. It's very nice. The time is exactly uh, here, and we, yeah, that's all. Mm, thank you very much. Oh, Jambar Baba Jadaran Jamba Don Gundo Zambo Dean de Yin de Da Gunja Juzo Dala Gewan de Da Dam Je Rab Do Tu Son Ju Pe Jawa Tam Je Jang Wa Gang La Ju Da Ge Ge Ba Zawan de Gunjang Zambo Juzo Rab Do War Je. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. Chanchu zimjo rambo je ma ju pa nam ji jir je ji pa nyam ba me ba gon gon de pe wa shu. Oh yes, meditation is 1 o'clock. Wow.